Hello everybody, this is Skip Alzheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show, where we watch old 16mm films. And I am in the green room of a club called Eulogy in Asheville, North Carolina. Found Footage Festival is going on right now, and I've already experienced their show twice, so I'm ready to give a break and record my show. Today is Wednesday, but you'll see this on Thursday. Excuse me. And this will be, we will be driving to Charlotte, to the Independent Picture House in Charlotte, and hopefully I will see some of you there. In the meantime, we've got some 16mm films that I'd love to share with you. Somebody asked me about a film that I have called The Percussion Group, so I found it and I'm going to put it in the show. So today is all about drums. So the first film, Percussion Group, Encyclopedia Britannica film. The next film I kind of premiered on our lunchtime show, but it was a long time ago. It was, let me see if I can find out when it was. It was, oops. Yeah, it was in 2003, in September. So I'm due to show this again. It's such an amazing film. It is music studio Harry Partch. Harry Partch was an amazing American musician, poet, and he also made instruments. And so this is a look at his studio and some of the instruments he made and some of the theories behind some of his music. It's really phenomenal. Then after that, we're going to go to, we're going to watch the film African Musicians, which looks at, I don't know if it's a specific tribe of musicians, but beautiful footage nonetheless. And you can certainly see where Harry Partch got some of his ideas. And then finally, excuse me, we're going to wrap up with Crash Bang Boom, which is always a wonderful film about percussion. Thanks everybody for watching today. If you are in the area in Charlotte tomorrow, come see us. Otherwise, I will see you. You know, Friday might be another show that I have to pre-record because I'm going to be on a train and the internet is very, I don't know, it's very finicky. So thanks for watching today. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up, hit the like. You can also support us by buying us coffee at ko-fi.com/avgeeks, patreon.com/avgeeks, or via the super thanks button. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Long before there was music, there was dancing. The drum was probably the first instrument used to accompany the dance. Whatever their shape, whatever their origin, all drums are rhythm instruments. The earliest drums were hollowed-out sections of a tree trunk, with one end closed, the open end covered with an animal skin. Over the years, this principle has not changed. The drums, as we know them today, came to us from the east, from where the Crusaders had brought them to the west, almost 1,000 years ago. As large armies of foot soldiers developed, they needed something to give them enthusiasm in marching and battle, so the drum became a military instrument. Later, when military bands appeared, drums were used to beat out the rhythm to the brass melodies. And that was the beginning of the percussion section of the modern orchestra. We call a percussion instrument anything that is struck or hit in rhythm. Anything at all, even two steel bars. Or typewriter keys, which have been actually written into some music scores. Just watch. Some percussion instruments make a big noise, like this. Some can play many different notes, like the xylophone. Or like the celesta. When the drums came to the concert halls from the military bands, composers realized that instead of just a loud noise, drums ought to have a definite pitch in order to join with the rest of the instruments of the orchestra. So drums were invented which could be played at a definite pitch. They are called timpani, or kettle drums. The player is tuning up his timpani. He tightens or loosens the screws around the edge of the drum, which tightens or loosens the drum cover, which in turn raises or lowers the sound. By means of a foot pedal, this process can be speeded up on one kind of timpani because timpani can play a tune. They are the most respectable members of the percussion family. Let's return to the xylophone and compare its tune with that of the tuned bells and with the chimes. The celesta sometimes even carries the lead melody. The clear metallic ring makes the triangle a popular percussion instrument. Then there are some wooden percussion instruments, like the Mexican gourd, the Chinese woodblocks, the funny-looking slapstick, and the even stranger-sounding ratchet, or the Spanish castanets. The really big noisemakers of the percussion section are the cymbals. The gong is their close relative. All these instruments contribute their share to the wealth of rhythm and the variety of color in the modern orchestra, as in this ballet number from the opera Prince Igor by the Russian composer Borodin. Watch how the tuned bells enrich the sound of the orchestra. In a ballet number, as in this Dance of the Wild Men from the same opera, the percussion section contributes mainly to the rhythm of the music. But the percussion section should not be associated only with marching tunes or dance rhythms in the symphony orchestra. The percussion section is a full-fledged partner of this musical body. It offers its range of tonal color, its variety and skill to the composer and the conductor of symphonic music. One example of the wealth of tone that the percussion section gives to an orchestra can be found in Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. The variety of tonal color and the rhythm of the percussion instruments give the orchestra the full-bodied sound which so well characterized this romantic composer.
An inscription given to me by a Japanese calligrapher has hung on my studio walls in recent years, and it says, "Though homeless, you make a shrine wherever you are." At the moment, my shrine happens to be in Chicago, and if it is a shrine, it becomes one only through the musical instruments that I have around me. These are unusual in size, shape, and philosophic purpose. They are a musical necessity because I am essentially not an instrument builder, but a composer. I am a philosophic music man who, long ago, was seduced into musical carpentry. As a composer and a musical philosopher, I make my living by selling records of my music. I am both the manufacturer and the retailer, and I distribute the records very largely by mail. My music and my instruments are the expression of an ancient tradition in which sight and sound unite toward the achievement of a single dramatic purpose. This is not concert music. It finds its highest purpose in collaboration with other arts, with dance, with tragedy, with satire, with farce, and, in the present instance, with the art of film. Unfortunately, records carry their message only to the ear. They bring no similar and unifying excitement to the eye. With film, it is possible for the eye to explain to the ear, and for the ear to fulfill the vision. Some 35 years ago, I began experimenting with musical scales different from the piano scale, and for theoretical and practical instrument building purposes, I determined on a 43 tone to the octave scale. Here is the scale on my chromelodeon, an adapted reed organ. Here is the ancient Greek enharmonic scale. Now another ancient Greek scale. The 13 sub-bass reeds descend to a 33 cycle tone, the lowest C on the piano. Even lower tones are given by my marimba eroica, which has only 4 tones, but the lowest is about 22 cycles, an F below the lowest tone on the piano. Unfortunately, sound systems are generally not capable of reproducing the profound resonances of this giant marimba. The huge mallets are sometimes put aside in favor of gloved hands. Going up the scale with the same type of instrument, the blocks become smaller, but this, the bass marimba, is still so large that the player must stand on a riser, as he does with the deeper marimba. The large mallets produce a full, resonant tone. The tips of fingers a sharp bongo-like tone. A completely different type of marimba is made from 64 sections of Philippine bamboo, each with a vibrating tongue cut in the open end. Boo is my name for this marimba. 5 different sounds are heard on the instrument that I call the spoils of war. The first 2 are produced on brass artillery casings and large Pyrex bowls. The third is a high block tone. The fourth, a deep tone. And the fifth is made on a piece of spring steel. The diamond marimba has 36 blocks placed in diagonal rows so that one stroke of a mallet will play either triads or full chords. Right-hand strokes are major, while left-hand strokes are minor. A passage of music shows one of the diamond marimba's potentialities. I call this instrument the cloud chamber bowls. The centers of the carboys from which they came were used in so-called cloud chamber experiments. The harmonic canon, or harmonic law, goes back to the ancient monochord for its basic idea. The monochord had 2 fixed bridges and a movable bridge between, with which ancient theorists determined their scales. This part of the instrument has 44 strings, and the bridges are designed especially for each composition. They are knocked down, and other bridges are set up to produce a completely different pattern of sound. The twin half of the instrument also has 44 strings and still another bridge setting. Still another evolution of an ancient idea is the kithara, with 72 strings of equal length, arranged in chords and with glass rods for playing higher tones. The long resonators are necessary in producing good low tones. The surrogate kithara has 8 strings on each box and also uses glass rods. In performing the music that I wrote for Madeleine Turtelot's film Wind Song, I played 10 different instruments. After recording a few measures on one instrument, I used headphones to listen to these while adding the sounds of a second instrument. No more than 4 are used simultaneously. The music, in this case, became an oral extension of the symbols of man and his fate.
is the tom-tom, the voice of Africa, land of rhythm. Tom-tom, a mysterious song which goes back to the earliest days of the colored people and speaks for their timorous spirit. Tom-tom, an obsessing voice which follows you wherever you go. By day it glides along the rivers, chatting with the flowing water. Then, abruptly, becomes dreamy and seems to cling to the swaying tops of the tall trees. By night, it strikes up, thunders, and rolls for hours on end, then all of a sudden dies with a gasp of pain. Drums, making a whole continent thrill. Magic drums, linking a whole race of people to the greater rhythms of the universe. This is perhaps the most popular instrument of the Dark Continent, the intimate friend of millions of men, a simple scale of forged rods fixed to a hollow plank. The lekembe, Equatorial Africa's tiny portable piano. A calabash, which acts as a soundbox pressed against the player's stomach, transmits the rhythm of the instrument to his entire being. A lonely man tries to sing away his troubles. The song that the Negro sings alone with the zeze is a nostalgic secret, a walking dream, poetic beyond words. Among the Bantus, a highly sociable tribe, any form of rejoicing is always collective. It breaks forth in a song which sounds monotonous to our surfeited ears, but is infinitely varied to the initiated and is quite unrestrained. The quaint, often syncopated rhythms of the horns reminds us that they're the humble forerunners of the crazy saxophones and trumpets of New Orleans. Wali and the Mwazi, which the natives look upon as twin xylophones of opposite sexes, hold a mysterious conversation. Neither of them ever speaks unless the other does too. With his age-old wisdom, the Negro says that true sorrow does not lie in constant weeping. Weighed down by life, he sings a dismal tune that resounds through the dreary village like a Gregorian chant. The notes of the half-moon-shaped xylophone drop like echoing rain. This is a musical fantasia on little wooden bars with extremely refined tonal effects. Mingled with the rhythm of the sun, man is all rhythm and vibrations, sensitive to nature's slightest tremors. His breath in a musical instrument is in harmony with the breathing of the world. At full moon, the whole of Africa becomes anxious and worried and pricks up its ears. In the tepid and oppressive twilight, the first echoes of the tom-tom announce the ritual feast. Its call urges men to come together. They start dancing, bodies become heated, perspiration stimulating their senses. The Negroes give themselves up to the rhythm and the circle turns faster, bringing on a kind of trance. The frenzied tom-toms sustain the pace. Their wild rolling spreads by degrees to the entire tribe.
You hear a snare drum. What do I hear? You hear a tom-tom. Hear a bongo drum. Bass drum. Snare drum. Tom-tom. Then we had some cymbals and the bass drum. Now we have percussion for all our marching fun.
What is the sound that I'm hearing now?
That is the timpani. These are the chimes of an orchestra. Now you hear a xylophone. What is that ringing in my ears?
The tiny one is a triangle.
And the big one is a gong. This is a drummer in a rock and roll band. He plays a bass drum, snare drum, tom-tom,
And the cymbal.
all at once. Now we had a bass and a regular guitar and electric organ for a rock and roll song. This is a field drum used in a band, marching in the big parades all over the land. Then we had some cymbals and the bass drum. Now we have percussion for all our marching fun.
What is the sound that I'm hearing now?
That is the timpani. These are the chimes of the orchestra. Now you hear a xylophone. What is that ringing in my ears?
The tiny one is a triangle.
And the big one is a gong. Now let's put them all together for our percussion sound.
drum.